Thank you. Dear friends, we have come to the end of the annual meeting. I hope that we have obtained a clear vision during these 3 days, just like yesterday evening on the top of the Mount Titlis. But I also have to acknowledge that a lot of new mountain summits appeared out of the fog and the clouds, just as yesterday evening, and we have gained new experience, new insight, but also new questions. I would like to express my thanks to Professor Arno Koller, former Justice Minister of Switzerland. Thank you very much, Professor Koller, for having come to Engelberg and assisting our conference during 2 days, and especially for having presented a highly valuable report to us. I would also like to thank Professor Volkers and Heinemann, both chairmen of the program committee. Together with their colleagues, they prepared a very good, focused, and under every point of view, high-quality program. Before coming to Engelberg, I made a bet with a friend of mine. We bet on how long it would last during this meeting until the famous Churchill citation would be mentioned. Democracy is the worst form of government, except all the others that we have tried. I bet that the citation would be heard within the first hour of our meeting. What a surprise! We had to wait until Wednesday afternoon, shortly before 5 o'clock, when Professor Eibel cited this citation. I lost my bet. Thank you. When Bismarck was once very excited about the defeat in the Prussian parliament, some friends recommended him to dissolve the parliament. After a short moment, Bismarck answered his friends, "No, if I dissolved my parliament, then even a waiter could rule the Prussian state." What do I want to say with this anecdote? Democracy is a highly demanding form of government which challenges every stakeholder, not only the citizens, participant people, but also the government, the administration. And the challenge is even greater if there is a direct democracy where citizens can initiate a referendum or exercise the right to present popular initiatives. Because in this case, the parliament also has to respect the rights of the citizens. The way of successfully governing a democracy requires from the ruling bodies also high emotional sensibility and strong respect towards the current mood of the citizens. They are the voters. They have the highest power in a direct democracy. During the public evening on Wednesday, we had a very lively, vivid discussions with Swiss politicians and practitioners. During the early morning activity on Thursday, we discussed in a smaller circle, about the rules of St. Benedict based on the abbot's reflection from the first morning. We focused then to the democracy in the Catholic Church and in the religion. And some doubts came on. We discussed during several breaks democratic issues in private companies and in the economy, which issues could be the content of another meeting. And finally, we did not find a definitive answer to the question, is a democracy a promising form of government for the future or not? Is it an exportable product or not? The positions were controversial, as we heard and saw some minutes ago. The future will show us who is right. As you see, the issue of democracy is far away from being exhausted. but perhaps this is what we are now at the end of our meeting, a bit exhausted. Now, I am glad to inform you about the next year's conference, which will be held from September 14 to 16, 2011, here in Engelberg. The next symposium will provide a platform for the emerging topic of personalized medicine and discuss the potential challenges and opportunities of the everywhere availability of personal genome sequences for the individual, for society, government, and legislation. We will have leading experts from science, healthcare, private genetic testing companies, ethics, and politics. They will discuss with us the impact of this emerging technology on our society. And now, finally, as every year, I want to thank Dr. Dominik Gallicke and his totally female crew, Beatrice, Marianne, Montserrat, and Claudia, for the marvelous work they have done before and during the conference. Further thanks go to the technicians, the camerawoman, and the post-production specialists, as well as to the photographer. I think he is the tired of all of us. Thank you to all the eminent chairmen, chairwomen, speakers for their high quality presentations. Thank you, dear guests, dear participants, for your active and interesting participation. We look with confidence and enthusiasm towards the 10th Dialogue on Science next year. I wish you a good return home and all the best for your future. I herewith close the 9th Engelberg Conference. Thank you.